It's Tamaki. Today I'd like to talk about Age of Tomorrow, also known as Live and Repeat Age of Tomorrow, a 2014 American science fiction action film directed by Doug Liman, screenplay by Christopher McCauley and Jess Butterworth. The story is adapted from a 2004 Japanese light novel All You Need Is Kill by Hiroshi Sakurazaka, starring Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, Bill Paxton, and Brandon Gleeson. Box office sees $375 million. Brigade. It won many nominations, including Saturn Awards for Best Science Fiction Film, Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Actress, winning a lot of awards. Great! Let's see the story.
In 2015, aliens called mimics arrive in Germany and swiftly conquer most of Europe. The United Defense Force (UDF), a global military alliance, is established to combat the alien threat. By 2020, UDF finally achieves a victory over the mimics at Verdun, France, using new jacket technology, and thanks to Rita Vrataski, who is called the Angel of Verdun. She killed hundreds of mimics on her first day in the battle and has become a living legend. She is seen as the new hope for this world. The UDF plans an Operation Downfall of France to exterminate aliens. General Brigham, who directs the operation, orders Public Affairs Officer Major William Cage to cover the battle at the front. But Cage has no combat experience and he is scared going to the battlefield, so he refuses it, saying that he can't stand the sight of blood, not so much as a paper cut.
I'm sorry, the first wave, the beach, you mean the front?
France. Satellites show minimal enemy movement on the coast. Little resistance. Little exciting, something to tell your grandchildren.
Well, I appreciate the confidence, General. I do this to avoid doing that. Thank you.
Arrest this man.
Brigham gets angry and demotes him to a private from major, sending him to a military base, Heathrow Airport, and assigns him to the Misfit J Squad.
On your feet, maggots!
There's no way to address an officer. Sergeant.
How I address
J Squad is going to the front line next morning at 6, and Cage has to go together. Without any experience, any knowledge or training, and no one teaches him anything at all.
Everyone is having a productive morning. You know, it gives me a swell of pride knowing soldiers of your...
Pitiful Cage doesn't even know how to release the safety device and is sent to the front line of the battlefield. And next morning in the battle, what happens to Cage? He is killed by Mimic immediately, naturally. But strangely, it's not only him. All soldiers are quickly killed by the mimics. It's a slaughterhouse. But it's so strange. Apparently, the aliens have known UDF plans and ambushed them. How did they know it? Actually, their boss Omega has the ability of time loop, so they have already known what would happen in the battle. Soldiers' movement, their strategy, everything. That's why all soldiers are quickly killed. However, just before dying, Cage kills an unusually large blue mimic called Alpha using a claymore mine, and at that moment he is covered with Alpha's blood. Then what happens to him? He's awake to find himself back at Heathrow, reliving the previous morning. And he experiences the loop of dying in the battle and waking at Heathrow repeatedly. Now, as you noticed, he hijacked Omega's ability unexpectedly by being poured Alpha's blood, and goes to the battlefield and killed endlessly. He tries to tell and warn the truth that the aliens know Judith plan and ambush. The troops are all killed, but no one believes him. Then he meets Sergeant Rita Bertusky, Danger of Belden. Surprisingly, she is the only person who believes him. Actually, she used to have the same ability as Cage, time loop. That's why she became the strongest soldier and has become a living legend. She has just lost it middle of the way in the battle. Then she takes him to Dr. Carter, an expert in mimic biology. He explains that the mimics are a superorganism. Omega controls the brain, and Alpha works as central nervous system. She thinks that Cage could be the key to the victory, and starts to train him. It's pretty hard training, but thanks to that, Cage gets stronger and stronger. Besides, each time going into the battle, he learns mimics movements and how to beat them. And finally, he becomes the strongest soldier. She tells Cage to locate and kill the Omega to end the alien invasion. Rita Bertusky and William Cage cooperate and seek the way to beat aliens.
How was it? Did you like it? You know, William Cage is a weak, coward, useless soldier at first, but with the harsh training and a lot of battle experiences, he becomes the strongest soldier at last. He's a quick learner and hard worker. It's the most important thing, being a hard worker. Imagine you are weak and useless at first, but after a lot of hard work, you are a hero. That's all for today. Thank you for listening and watching, and see you next time.